Right. Welcome back to Dr. Stone, Anime Review, episode number 24. This reviewing the 43rd episode of the series. Yes, the 43rd. Which is known as the Trump Card aboard the Science Vessel. This episode adapts from chapters 106 to 108, which makes this episode, at this point, we have 30 more chapters to adapt. You might be thinking, okay, is this arc going to be the one to finish the season up? It is possible. It is, after all, technically the longest arc of the whole series, at 38 chapters. The arc that comes right after this one, the New City America, that's 31 chapters. That might take a part of a whole season. I would not be surprised with that. So, after we recap, basically, after they recap the ending of last episode, the whole tear gas stuff, and of course we actually have what's her name? Amaryllis, where she detailed a story from the past. From what I can tell, this is 5 years prior to events of the present day stuff of the series, and she's 13 at this point in time, which means currently she's 18. Her and I think her sister, I'm presuming it's sister, at least a friend of hers, take her and her friends out on the boat. Yes, a boat. They go out and watch the ocean. And then all of a sudden, we actually have Maz, who is basically a guy, and a woman by the name of Kasumi. Kasumi takes out this I don't know, this device, this rope on device, which is a mini petrification beam, which prevents everybody in the boat except for Amaryllis. How she avoid this? Simple. She chopped a part of her hair that was petrified. Yep. And jumped in the water, and she survived. And the whole thing is about basically becoming part of the Master's harem. Well, they don't say harem, but that's pretty much what it is. Yeah, they're not the only ones using this episode. We actually used the main bad guy of this arc. Ibra. Yes, this jerk of a guy. Like, oh, he's the minister. Oh boy, we're going to get more to him later on because, man, this guy is creepy. And this guy is paranoid. Really paranoid. Excuse me. So, yeah, so this guy basically is there to gather up all the women, basically become the master's brides. Who the actual brides for is something else. I'll get to that. Later on, we discuss later portions of this arc. So, after Senku, basically, he agrees to go, no problem. Kohaku agrees to be one of the beauties, basically, to infiltrate with Amaryllis. They'll put her in a dress, and of course, they try to dress her up, but they need more makeup, so they go back to the ship, which has the whole crew petrified. Except for 2 people. Yeah, Senku is not the only. Now, it's revealed that 2 other people basically were immune to this. Yes. Ginryu, yes, somehow he was immune petrified. How? He swam really fast. And they do show that, I think it was the archer guy, he basically fired air off to deflect this thing, and that's why it didn't go as far as it did. So, he's not the only one to survive. Of course, we already know who the other one is. It's Sukuwa. Yep. So, they have to go to the lab. Of course, the whole thing lab, because the thing is, people I never heard of the word lab before. And then, of course, she tricks basically Kasuma that, ooh, her and Suku are lovers, where she proceeds to play a kiss on his cheek. Yeah, this is something basically that goes, if you're curious though, this is turning a romantic relationship between 2 of them? Nope, it does not. This is just a distraction. Yeah, she never had interest in him at all. Only basically as a friend. They're just really good friends. She has no interest in him romantically. And he tends to call her a gorilla, which caused him to get beat up by her several times in early stuff. So, then of course, the episode Suiku is back on board. How? Smashing they say something covered with crystal ice, aka glass. Yep, and of course they go inside and say, oh, look, there's some goats. The master might see them. They think about this master. We don't see what the heck he looks like until basically toward the end of this arc. And it's a jaw jobber to say the least. And also, when we also have Kohaku when she's changing, Apparently, Suku and the Mentalist have no problem with her seeing her underwear because they don't give a damn. Well, in the case of Suku's, he basically is pretty much being a gentleman. And by the way, not the first time we've seen Kohaku in this bikini outfit she wears underneath her outfit, because she wore this previously in the previous arc one time. This one second time we see her like this. Now, there's no denying Kohaku is a very beautiful woman, despite the fact being very somewhat of a muscular woman, and her sister's attractive too. So, yeah, then of course the episode is revealed that Suiku's on board, and we'll get more of this stuff later. But yeah, damn good episode. I love it. Well, that's pretty much it. Particular view. Next up is going to be 2 straight comic corners, and it's on to Martial Magic and Muscles. I was hoping to get to this last night. Now, I'm going to reveal more about the Martial stuff basically when I talk about Martial. But next up, 2 comic corners. 1 physical stuff, 1 and digital. Yes, first one's going to be 2 physical books. Next one's going to be 2 digital. Okay, next video. Bye.